Good evening, London, or whatever we're calling it now that the sky has decided to become a full-time sprinkle system. Seriously, I didn't think it was physically possible for a city to get more rain than London already does. But we are here, breaking records and ruining hair simultaneously. You tune in two non-critics and a cat. Official update, authorities said that the situation is under control, which is very British for absolutely not under control, but we're more polite to admit it. In entertainment news, because why not distract ourselves, apparently Netflix is acquiring Warner Bros. Now. Yeah, we live in a timeline where the streaming service that Asta used to watching now owns Batman. And if you're wondering why I'm speaking like this, is because today is the episode that we talk about Stranger Things. Welcome back, guys! How are you?
All good, yes.
Did you like my intro?
Yes, we did.
Perfect.
Whose
Fantastic.
idea was
good.
it? Just to give credits.
It was my sister's idea. Unfortunately, it was my sister's idea that she told me about 25
I'm a great
seconds
producer.
ago.
I gave her a whole 12 seconds of notice to prepare this.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. How are you guys? It's the first time that we're actually back together from a very long time because I was sick and then you were sick and then everybody was sick. Because as we said, we live in a squelchy London. So
We're very good. I am very good. I mean,
that's
a
good.
bit tired. And I had a flu as well. Yes. Obviously, you know.
Obviously, because as I said, we live in a squelchy London.
Exactly. But we love it. But we are here united to talk about Stranger Things, which is, I think, the right setting. Feds, how are you?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm all good. I am showered, well fed, and ready.
Moisturized in a lane.
Yeah, moisturized
Unbothered.
in my lane. Yeah, all good.
Amazing.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I think we might as well start with the entertainment era that is coming either to a new start or to an end. What are your takes on what is happening right now? So what is happening is Netflix is trying to acquire Warner Bros. And Paramount Pictures at up the bid for 108 billions.
Yeah,
What are your
they've
thoughts?
done a no
Thoughts
style
and prayers.
bid. I mean, it has its pros and its cons. The cons is mainly that it's already probably not helping an industry that it's going under. And I'm not talking about movies per se or productions. I'm talking about theaters, movie
Yes.
theaters.
I think what we are focusing most for like the bad side is theater and movies
Yeah.
and cinema in general.
The problem that you have is that the format that Netflix has is that they want to release movies for just 2 weeks just to make it eligible for any kind of award season. But after that, it's like just straight into the platform,
Yep.
which for like, I don't know, a family of 5, if you can save 20 quid per person and not going to the movies because in 2 weeks time you're going to see it from the comfort of your own couch, happy days. But for industries like Cine Award, that's already in administration, Odeon,
Yeah.
View, all of the
Yeah, all
lot
of the
in
cinema that
UK.
are included in this are going to be massive cut down. And,
Also,
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
it's
massive.
not financially sustainable to have a movie for 2 weeks and another movie
And
for
if
2
you
weeks.
think about
you
it,
know?
I think Cine Award is already not showing Netflix movies as a stand. So they don't acquire Netflix movies to show screening.
Yeah.
But Netflix doesn't care.
No, also there's a lot of people that are against the binge culture of Netflix.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
am
a
the
lot
first.
of... Yeah. So there's a lot of things like Game of Thrones and like from HBO, everything that is from HBO is
because
going to pass down to
obviously Warner
Netflix.
Bros. Possesses
Owns
HBO as
HBO.
well, so yeah.
Yeah. If you think about it, The White Lotus has had that much success because you're not binge watching it because you're watching it weekly and you are getting emotionally invested in characters and you're interested in it. And if
Even in
you,
Succession, you know.
yeah, if you make a TV show that you can binge watch in one sit, some of them might not be highly digestible in that format. So you might
Yeah.
get bored of watching it in one go and not complete it.
Yeah.
Like it also kind of like fosters an idea of community, platform where you can discuss about the TV show, the new episode. When you're binge watching, it becomes like a marathon of who's watching it first and handed it first. But you end up,
Unfortunately, I'm the first one that does that.
yeah.
I have to agree.
But you rewatch
It's a
them
little-
then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like you've seen Stranger Things, what, 7 times since?
About 7-8 times,
So,
yeah.
yeah. But it is a big deal, yeah. It is a big deal because thing is, first of all, Netflix is a streamer that is buying a production company that's been there forever. And as Fed said, the business model is that of, you know, we send it to the cinema for 2 weeks because we want to campaign the movie for awards, and the rules are, as of now, that's the problem. The rules are those, that the movie needs to be for a certain time frame in the cinema to be eligible for awards. The problem is this sets a big precedent, the fact that Netflix is buying Warner Bros. Because if they do, and then something else happens, someone else buys someone else, whatever, maybe the rules for awards will change as well, and we
I'm
will
not
have less
sure.
and less movies that go to
I'm
the
not
theater.
sure if the antitrust will kick in at some point, but
Yeah, it needs
I
federal
was discussing
approval
this
as well.
with I was discussing this with Chiara, PMP, and she's like, to be honest, I don't think the government cares that much, because if you think about it, she mentioned to me that Trump has raised taxes in California for
Yeah,
entertainment
it needs
industries.
federal approval, but I agree. I don't
So
think he
I don't
cares
think
too
I
much.
don't think he's gonna be, yeah, exactly. He's not gonna
probably
care
gonna
too
ask
much
them
about
for
that.
something, and they're gonna give it to
Yeah,
him.
for
and
sure, for
that's it.
sure. Like it's a weird climate.
Yeah, but then Paramount jumped in. So I think actually this is part of a bigger plan, because Paramount was already in the bid, but they didn't take them into account really too much. And then after the deal was announced, Christopher Nolan, who's president of the Directors Guild, called for an emergency meeting with Netflix to discuss the deal, and the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild followed. And then Paramount magically decided to find 108 billion to actually do a hostile bid to get Warner Bros. So I think that they are trying to come together to prevent them, Netflix, from doing this, because again, it is of historical significance. That's the problem. It's not like I am buying something. It's just, it sets a precedent that could change the landscape forever. And honestly, as Fed said, they already are not really swimming in easy waters at the moment, because cinema is in trouble. And
No, but if you think about the fact that movies like Frankenstein actually came out and they're going to the Golden Globes and possibly Oscar, and they went into the cinema for 2 weeks,
2
not
weeks.
even?
Yeah,
not even
2
that,
weeks.
yeah. Yeah, but then,
No,
and
it
it's
had to be
also
2 weeks,
financially
yeah.
unsustainable, because, so think of something like the Odyssey going to the cinema for 2 weeks. Not everyone would have the opportunity to see it, because
And the
they
time to
wouldn't,
see it as well.
exactly. While smaller movies will be in the theater for 2 weeks, and they won't make enough money. So not the big ones will make enough money, not the small ones will make enough money for the cinema to survive, because it's the theaters we're talking about. Because then when the Odyssey goes to whatever the hell is the platform, then they make more money, whatever. So it's not about how much money the movie makes, it's about how much money potentially the theater can make from a 2 weeks run of any film, which is not a lot, because obviously the structure is physical, so it's limited. On Netflix, millions of people can watch a movie at the same time. In a movie theater, you need a program of planning, and you have a limited amount of seats, that you can feel with people paying for the tickets. So if you have 2 weeks and you have a massive movie, you might not be able to fulfill the requests. So the small, first of all, the small movie theaters will die. And then the chains will be the last to go, but then eventually they will go as well, you know. But the small independent theaters, they will die immediately because they cannot sustain a 2 weeks run of anything, you know. Yeah.
No, you'll have like an apocalyptic scene as you go and see something like Avengers Doomsday is coming out, or The Odyssey is coming out, Dune 3 is coming out. You know what I mean? There's like certain movies that will come out and they'll stay 2 weeks into the cinema, where I have seen movies that you actually go and buy a ticket and they're gone for 2 weeks. Like movies like Dune that come out, they're gone for 2 weeks already. Because there's going to be an increased amount of people that are going to try and go and watch them.
Yeah.
So it is impossible. If you think about the fact that sometimes Netflix or Prime or anything, like the servers, they blew up because there's so many people watching it.
Yeah.
Like if something comes out and it's actually like common that people want to see it, like Stranger Things, you know what I mean? A movie on the same level as Stranger Things, it would have fucked up an entire cinema.
Yeah, when I read in selected cinema, I'm already like...
And also the problem is going to be at the back as well, because VFX artists and all of the rest of the artists that are going to work on that, they will have less project to work on, or at least less resources to work on it. And that's also
but also
another
it's
thing that
it's
is
the
happening.
quality thing. It's such a loop. It's the quality, because if you have to put a movie in a cinema for 2 weeks only, it means you need more movies, because every 2 weeks, to sustain it financially, you need lots of movies, okay, that go to the cinema for 2 weeks. To have lots of movies that go to the cinema for 2 weeks, you need to pay less money for more products, so less quality. Use AI to do all the little, things that cost less money. And people are losing attention span. They are losing the ability to discern quality because they are doom scrolling shit all day. So we will have less quality, less kind of sensibility for artistry from the audience, and it's a cultural shift of big proportion.
Yep.
No, especially because after they're gonna be grouped into like such less things. Because if one buys the other, one buys the other, one buys the other, who's to say that Apple is not going to buy Netflix and then Apple is going to have the dominion of like 3-5 different things? So that's also another problem.
There's you already have a big shift because Disney pretty much owns most of the bigger names like ABC, Fox. So it's like you now have Netflix that is kind of like heating up the rest of the difference in the market, and they're owning most of the biggest franchising. Like there's no differentiation, there's no diversity anymore in ideas. There's like everything is kind of like under the same agenda. So it's
it's not anything to do without like particularly the companies, like the entire idea of something being in a monopoly of stuff. Because Netflix like we've seen TV shows that come out of Netflix, we've seen movies that come out of Netflix. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we like Netflix. We have nothing against Netflix. To be honest,
it's not the quality or the things that they produce. It's the idea that
it's the idea against everything.
I mean, I blabbed about Steve for 3 weeks. That's a Netflix movie, and they also like bet on risky projects, because Steve is definitely not an easy one, like many others that they did. It's just this is not the way.
It's good to have options.
Yeah.
And it's good to think about not just the fast entertainment, but the usual entertainment the movie industry strives for, because otherwise you have all platforms online. So how do you measure the success of a movie? Because you don't have the box office anymore. Because how can you measure how much you spend for a money if then you have to compete with a box office that is only for 2 weeks? Like, it means nothing.
Yeah, also the thing
And that's
is,
the problem.
they are different business models. That's the massive issue. Like Disney, it's true, they own everything, but they play by the rules of that business. Like they've been there for 100 years, they play by the rules. The problem with Netflix is they can afford to lose money, to not make profit. They can afford to waste money into whatever shit they want, because they practically don't have distribution costs, which every other company has, because they need to put movies out there in the cinema to be seen. Even though even Disney has a streaming platform, and they tried for a while to put original content there, but then because everyone was like, we need to play by the same rules and we are all part of the same community, then Disney also kind of did the same. And now, instead of putting their big movies in the streaming platform, which they tried to do with Mulan, at the beginning, they're doing the opposite. They're putting on Disney Plus stuff that they don't think is going to have a good release in cinema. So they're like putting the leftovers on the platform, So why? Because they are part of that community. Netflix is an outsider. They don't see Netflix as part of their community.
Even if it has a very original pieces and very original like stories, and I don't understand.
They
why
collaborate
don't do
with them. Like Scorsese, for example, has done a few things with them. They do collaborate with them. Also, they license their movies to Netflix. It's not like they don't. They do. But it's still seen as an outsider because they don't play by the rules, and they didn't honestly express any interest ever to play by the rules,
Because their business efforts are different. Like that, it was born for something different, and it's still in the same niche, and no other platform is doing the same. They're still unique as a business platform, so that's why they don't feel the need of conforming to any other entertainment industry. They're like,
No, because it was the first streaming platform, and then it was the first original TV show that came out, and then it was Stranger Things that paved the way for years. You know what I mean? There's like series like Orange is the New Black and whatever came out, like they paved the way for literally years for them to not worry about projects or not worry about money. Like Stranger Things itself has done like 10 years of stunts and publicity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So of course they don't play by the rules because they don't have to.
Yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, I think we will talk again about this because obviously this is going ahead.
It's not finalized, so we'll see what happens.
Yes.
So there's a lot of money involved. Nor that we care any of it, because it's literally about just small cinemas dying and just regular cinemas dying in general.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
anyway,
this was the intro. This was the intro bit.
We are talking about Stranger Things. Before we start, if you haven't seen the full 4-episode run, don't listen to this because it's impossible to talk about Stranger Things without spoiling everything because there's so much to like dissect.
So there's a set bit. This is the time.
So if you haven't seen it all,
I need you to go.
don't listen to us now, listen to us later. You can listen to us anytime, so you don't need to listen to us now and then say you spoiler everything.
No, absolutely.
We do.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
this is your disclaimer.
This is a disclaimer. Please go away. First of all.
Last season 5, they release the first
Part 1.
Yeah, part 1, there are 3 parts. Part 1 is 4 episodes. Part 2 is 3 episodes. Part 3 is 1 episode. But it's 2 hours
Which
and
is
17.
an hour, yeah. It's
Yeah.
Not enough.
2
hours and
basically a
17
movie.
minutes, yeah.
And second part is coming out on the 26th of December. I mean, it changes country to country. Some countries 25th, 26th.
25th, 26th, it changes by 1 day.
And
basically.
then the last one is the 31st, same. Some country, 31st, first. Anyway, these 4 episodes, okay. I don't know, where do we start?
Let's start with they all survived, so we are happy about that.
See, yeah, we are happy, even though I was dying when they were beating up Dustin because I thought they were gonna kill him. I was like, no.
Yo, that was bad.
Oh my God. I was like, of the many, please not Dustin. For God's sake.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
There is a lot of new things. There is like Dustin that is growing his hair and is wearing his Hellfire shirt to kind of give a memoriam.
grieving.
Of, yeah, of course, he's still grieving for his friend. He's giving us a memoriam of Eddie. And then in the first episode, you see the guys that actually stood up.
That is an amazing
and
scene.
they're all grown up. Yeah, they're all grown up. They're like towering over everybody else. And finally, they're still the weird kids, but at the same time, they can.
That is an
actually,
amazing
like,
scene, the
protect
one that
themselves.
they come together against the bullies because they've been bullied until now. So that was the first change of kind of
narration.
yeah, like they grow up.
Narrative,
so now they're not
a
the
change of
bullied anymore. They
Yeah.
are standing up for themselves.
However, there's a small change in them that comes from Hopper, which Mike starts to say, like, you have to follow the rules and, to take cover
Yeah.
and, like, follow the
They're
squad
trying
or
to
whatever.
blend in
and
in a
Dustin,
way.
yeah, they're trying to blend in for once. And Dustin, of course, is like the black cat. He's like, no, I'm not
He's
going to blend
grieving
in.
for Ed. Yeah.
Again, yeah, he's still grieving. I don't think he's grieving specifically for Eddie. I think he's grieving specifically for the hate that people are actually giving him without knowing the full story.
No, I think
I
it's
think
Ed.
it might be. At first, I thought it was just Eddie, but I think he might be grieving even for the relationship the whole of them have. Because
Yeah.
if you think about it, when you look at all of them, he's the only one that, height-wise, it's still small.
Yeah.
So the other kind of like feel like protective figures. So there's a little bit of
Yeah, like
kind
I
of like a
don't need
different level.
Mm.
Although he's the clever one and he's the one that like makes things work, create things, is the mind of the
Yeah, he's the mastermind
team.
of the bunch.
It's still like the others kind of like still want to protect him. And so I think it's kind of grieving the relationship that they had when they were all equals.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a difference, and because it's like he's changing slightly in his demeanor, he's trying to find his voice. I think that's why, like, it feels a little bit different.
What's
There's a very
happening?
there's a very sorry. go
What's
on.
happening with Steve and him, though? So there is
Yeah, that's what I was
something
gonna say.
going on. I
There's a
think that
dark
we don't
mix,
know yet. Am I wrong?
In between them?
Yes, like
I think-
it changed completely. They loved each
So-
other. They were always bantering fine, but there is something. I don't understand if it's
They-
Eddie related, but there is something.
Yeah. The relationship started changing when Eddie got into the picture, because if you think about it, like, Steve has always been a person that Dustin looked up to.
Yeah.
But then, in a way, Steve was teaching him, yes, to be himself, but to also make some changes.
Yeah, it's like
But-
be yourself, but not too much.
But Eddie, on the other side, was like more like, you should be unapologetically yourself. You don't need to change anything because you are great as you are. So there's kind of like that difference between the two of them, the two figures that he was looking up to. One was like, it's cool to be weird, but tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one instead was like, just embrace your weirdness, just be you, and who the fuck cares about anybody else? So I think he's trying to embrace more of that side because he now thinks he has a responsibility of fulfilling the role.
Yeah.
And that's why you see that there's the difference in
That
relationship between him and
Makes
Steve.
total sense. It makes total sense. My thought was maybe he blames Steve a bit for the death of Eddie because he died carrying out a plan that Steve made.
It was for Steve, but at the same time, he made the conscious decision of like stopping and going back. Like
Yeah.
he was out of it. He literally made the conscious
Yeah, yeah.
decision of stop running because he couldn't save the Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there is a moment where he actually says, "I'm gonna stop running," so he goes back and he actually faces everything else
Yeah.
that nobody's
Yeah.
facing.
Do
But
you
also
think
the
he's
plan
gonna
was,
come
like-
back? By the way, because a lot of people are saying that he's coming
I-
back as a
yeah.
ghost or something.
Yeah, I have the full idea that there's something that he's gonna come back into, as the fact that he died in the Upside Down. So I think there's something that's going to happen with him. It's not specifically a ghost or not specifically a vision. It's the fact that in itself he died in the Upside Down. So yes, I fully believe that. And I mean, we saw that with Maxine at some point. So
yeah, but it's
if that
different.
happened,
Maxine
But that's
didn't actually
different.
die.
Yeah. no,
She's
I
in a
know
coma. I
Maxine
don't
didn't
think he's
die.
coming back.
Yeah.
What do you think, Fats?
I don't think he's coming
Me
back. Or
neither.
if he's coming back, he's just projection from Vecna, which is even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be
Like a trap?
100%
Billy,
it might
like Billy.
be.
Yeah,
After he died,
exactly.
Yes.
I might absolutely be 100% in a part of like wanting to see him again. That's it. Like
Yeah,
genuinely.
you are in denial. It's like he's
Well,
not dead.
absolutely.
He's
I've
not
been in
dead.
denial for like 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Anyway,
same.
of the
Absolutely.
kids, so you're right. Dustin changed a lot. True.
Yeah, Dustin's got a lot more.
Lucas
darker.
is very much the same. I see, like he's very much the same.
Yeah,
Lucas is worried.
Yeah,
Lucas
of course.
is
But
worried
like,
a
I haven't
lot.
seen a major shift in his character.
No, not specifically. He's always the one that like tries to pull it together with everybody else, and he's always the one that's trying to step on everybody's feet.
he's.
Even like trying to touch Dustin when he's got his broken nose. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to make amends with.
I
like,
think he's trying to be the
relationship that
glue.
they had.
So he's
Yeah.
tethering still Maxime to them, just to not making her left out in a way.
Yeah.
But he's also trying to keep everybody together and is trying to be the glue for the team, because it does feel that there's something
Also,
brewing.
he's probably trying to come back to the team, because we need to
That
remember
too.
that the last season he was
Yes.
like on the other side, you know?
Yeah.
That's also
Until
maybe
he
why he's
realized
trying
that
to
they
be
were-
the glue.
Yeah, until
He's
they realized that
overcompensating.
they were in danger, so it's overcompensating with the fact that they actually needed him. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he's. I think that the relationship that Maxine and Caleb, I was gonna say Caleb, they have. It's very beautiful, and I think that he's very weighted down from the fact that she's not there. And as we can see, he speaks to her. He goes to visit every day, which yes, we get it. But at the same time, he's trying to wake her up. He's
Yeah.
trying to wake her up because he said, "We need you. Like we need you because this thing is gonna be big. So I need everyone to actually help us out." He fully believes that Maxine has a genuine role into the group, even if she's a complete normal human being,
Yeah.
which she might not be at the end of all of this thing. Because she was trying to get out. Also, I fully believe that we glossed over something massive. Maxine was dead.
Yeah, she was.
Maxine died.
Yeah, she was.
And we glossed over the fact that 11 brought someone back to life.
Yeah, we didn't, but we talk about that. Wait.
No, I mean
So-
not us specifically, but like it wasn't really in the center.
Yeah.
She brought someone back to life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, Mike, he changed a little. Like he changed a bit because I don't know. I'm seeing him more like a
more
fatherly
mature.
figure. Yeah, here we go. Like a fatherly figure in this one. He's a lot more mature.
I would say he's taking the step from Steve. Like
Yes.
Steve is kind of like trying to sort out everything and is more with Robin, and he's trying to not be mad at Dustin, and then Mike is actually there to protect everybody.
Yeah.
Even the fact that there was kids involved and he's trying to
Yeah,
protect
he's
the
like
kids.
he's such a. I don't know.
I think he's trying to step up because he sees how hard 11 is working, so he needs
Yeah.
to be at her level because
Yeah.
in a way it's like her partner or whatever. So he has to step up his
Which
game.
he said that, by the way, at some point during the last season. He said something about like, you are a superhero, and I want to be a superhero as well.
He's trying
So
to be
he's-
the Lois Lane of 11 Superman.
Exactly. he's trying to
I
be.
really like the new Mike. I wasn't a big fan of last season Mike.
Last season
I
was
honestly
dreadful.
wanted to kill him.
No, absolutely. The last season was dreadful to watch him. He was. I think Finn is a very good actor because he's giving out, like last season, it was giving out this like being with, like, uptight. He was being uptight the last season,
but I
and
was
this
like,
season
where are you
instead he was
leaving,
trying
man?
actually to help.
Can you not see that she's struggling? For God's sake, I get it. You're a teenager,
Yeah.
but God, Like you have the sensibility of a koala.
Cucumber.
Yeah. Like,
Koala give really good hugs, but they also give you
And
chlamydia.
anyway,
Yeah, you got the
and
only thing that's
last, I left him obviously last, not because he's last, but Will.
Yo,
Yo, let me tell you something.
I had an awakening.
Oh my Jesus!
That bull cat. Oh my god.
Honestly, I think that it was a given.
Oh my
I
God.
think that it was time. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos of the table reads when he actually reads it.
Yeah.
And everybody is shocked.
Everybody
And it's the
was
funniest-
gagged.
No, I haven't seen it. You need to send it to me. You need to send it to me.
Everyone was gagged, absolutely. Everyone was like, oh my god.
No.
All jokes aside, I will literally watch their table reading more than the TV show itself just to see how much they crack up because that was hilarious. All the videos
Have
from
you
the
seen
table
the table
reading.
reading about Dick, Tom, and Harry?
Yeah, that was
was so
hilarious.
funny.
That
That was,
joke with Robin is so good. I hate
Yeah.
when people say Nepo baby because, for example,
Nah.
this kid is fucking amazing. Honestly,
Maya is awesome.
Absolutely.
she's incredible. Rock
Yeah.
and
Maya
Robin.
is insane.
Yeah, she's great.
No, but it's
But
insane.
anyway,
but
we'll,
she's- I mean, you wouldn't expect anything else from someone that
Yeah,
is
Uma Thurman
like
and
in
Ethan
the
Hawke,
culture from like Ethan Hawke. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she's carrying it all. Like she's got so much, like not even potential. She's so good.
She's good.
She's so good with like her expression and like the slight crack of her voice. It's incredible every time that she says a word.
I have to
Yeah.
say that the whole cast is really good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nancy.
I mean, they grew up into the role, so
Yeah.
Nancy, when she's washing her hands from her mother's blood, she made me cry.
yeah.
Mama Wheeler was the best. Drunk as fuck.
Oh my God.
Cracking bottles
Three
of
shots
wine.
down,
I have to
three
say-
shots down. I will fight God and a Demogorgon.
I have to say, but anyway, don't jump. Let's not jump from to another.
That was the
there's
best.
too
There's
many
so much
things.
to unpack. Anyway, Will obviously is the one that changed the most because he's found himself finally, thanks to Robin as well, because she has a
Yeah.
similar experience to him. And
Yeah.
we were waiting for this, honestly, for 5 seasons. 5 seasons. The thing that I like the most about this, him getting to find himself is that he didn't do it in the classic way of he's gay, he's finding the love of his life, like Robin did, which is fine for Robin, but he's done it in a different way, like coming to
I'm wiggling my finger.
yeah, coming.
I'm
you
wiggling my
can
finger
say
because
why?
Robin didn't use the love of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Robin
Yeah,
used
you're-
Steve.
Yeah, you're right. Yes. Yeah.
So Robin is to Will what Steve was to her.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, you're right. But like, I love that he came to that realization through understanding his power, understanding what matters to him, understanding who he is really. From a
Yeah.
point of view of his strength, his inner strength.
Yeah, I think it was you that said something that was very interesting. It's like, I don't remember if it was actually you or somebody else, but it's like Harry Potter,
Yes.
when he
Yeah.
makes a piece of himself. And
Yes.
I think it's a beautiful concept, and I think that it wasn't called specifically. We knew that Will was gonna be a big part, but
Yeah.
it wasn't specifically called.
No.
And the scene was insane. But we'll talk about it in a second. But at the same time, it's just the fact that like he's using his newfound like friendship and the fact that he can speak to himself. He confronted his mother as well. He confronted Joyce to be like, you don't have to keep me under a cup of glass. You know what I mean? It's just like I can be into the word. I'm ready to be into the word.
Also,
So
I
with all
love that
these things
he
coming
does it.
together,
He does it with kindness in a way.
yeah,
Because
of course.
yeah, sure, he like loses his temper for a second, but then he's super sweet to his mother. He understands.
There has always been a great relationship between Will and Joyce, and especially it made me cry when Joyce started saying like that he was missing for like 8
And
hours,
she didn't
and,
notice.
like she was smoking,
Me too.
and she didn't notice. And I think it's such Winona Ryder is insane, but I think it's such a big part of herself like trying to shield him because she feels completely guilty about it. She has felt guilty for like 10 years that happened, or whatever the time frame is in Stranger Things. She has always been guilty of the fact that she didn't find him straight away.
She's been overcompensating for years by overprotecting
she's been trying
him.
to overcompensate, and it's exactly the same feeling that we find in Hopper from the fact that he's trying to give Eleven the same life that he couldn't give to his daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of parallels if you actually There's a lot of parallels
Joyce,
if you
Hopper,
actually
11, yes.
Yeah, if you see them, there's a lot of them if you see them. But even with Dustin and Maxine, they have some scenes that are exactly the same. Like the fact that they're talking on a grave, or the fact that they have like visions, or like they walk by themselves. It's kind of like moving into this character is up here, it's like jolly and nice, and this character is down here, and then they're kind of shifting on the shift in the balance. Because for example, now Maxine, she's not doing anything in the show, but at the same time she's awake in Vecna's world, and she's trying everything to help, which is not something that she would have done at the start of the season. We saw Maxine, she didn't care about anything or anyone, and these little kids, they came in, they destroyed the world, and she was like, I cannot do anything else but care for you. So she's going to try and care for everybody else.
Okay.
And the fact that Holly has been there for a long time.
About Maxine, because you said that, do you think Maxine will actually become one of... My idea is that at the end they will...
Are you talking about the theory that I told you yesterday? Maxine is not there.
No, Maxine is not there, but my theory is that at the end they will put together like a team of wizards in a way, which is 11, Will, 8, which is 11's sister, and for some reason I think Maxine also have some of that.
She's the Zoomer.
No, but because she's in Vecna's mind at the moment.
No, of course, but at some point, so speculation.
No,
okay,
mind, like universe, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's his mind, technically.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
So speculation starting is, first thing that I've seen is a game of D&D that Erica throws the dice, and the dice comes out as 20, and the 20 kills Vecna. Now, if you do the sum of 11, 8, and 1, which is Will, it comes out as killing Vecna. So that is the coolest theory. I would love to see that. I would die to see that. They're going to be like 3 little midgets running around to this god-awful thing. Can't wait. But at the same time, I do fully believe that she's going to be a part of it. She's a Zoomer. She's going to be fast in something. What is she going to be fast in? Why is she there? Why is she in that massive amount of space, like the Grand Canyon, whatever it is?
Yeah.
Those are those the same mountains that 11 throws him out when she creates Vecna, when she throws him onto the wall? So are those the same mountains? And then there's so many like speculation on what is Will gonna do, because the only thing that we know right now is the fact that Will has powers. Yes, that is correct. But what can he do with it? Can he control them? Is it an incredible amount of energy that he's taking? Does he know? Because it took years for 11 to control these powers.
Yeah.
And we see the difference in powers in between 11 and in between 8. 8 has telekinesis. 8 can show you anything. That is very important as well, because 8 will show anything to Vecna probably. While, of course, 11 has different kind of powers, and then what is Will going to do? So there's a lot of speculation that are going around.
I'm probably going to say something dumb.
Mm-hmm.
No, go on. Nothing is dumb, my love.
So he was the first child experiment that got attached to whatever that alien type of thing was that was pumping stuff.
Yeah.
Will, yes.
Yeah.
Well, he was attached to the hive mind from Vecna, the tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I might not remember this, but do we know how he freed himself?
How he freed himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Joyce and
Joyce
Hopper.
and Hopper.
So
Or just
basically,
enough?
that scene that you see, that
Yeah.
where
Yeah, at
he's
the end of the
with-
first
he's
season
got
when
the
they find
tentacle
him.
is the end of the first season
Yeah,
when they
perfect.
find
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
And then they take out the tentacle. It's horrible.
Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
so-
Amazing.
The only thing that we got from the scene is the fact that he was fed Vecna, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
all of these little critters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
let's not forget I just blacked out his surname for a second.
Which one? Will?
Will.
Byers.
Byers.
Let's not forget that Byers is actually a little mama from the Demogorgon that Dustin grew up.
That's
Because that's
true.
where it came from.
True.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like going into the section of like being alien. Like, they can grow inside people and then they can come out.
The
Like, what is
other
happening?
thing that I was wondering as well was like, Maxime escaped and she's hiding herself. However, she's talking with the little sister.
The sister.
Yeah,
The sister. Yeah.
but the sister is trapped.
Yes.
She's been fed Vecna as well. So
Well, yeah. So the difference in between the first couple of seasons and the other seasons is that Vecna understands that he can't
It's
scare the kids.
true. They didn't show
He
us
can't
that,
scare the
but
kids.
it's true
Yeah,
though.
no.
No,
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
Feds just said.
She's in there somewhere. Yeah.
She's getting pumped.
You know the thing that Will draws on the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah, all is there.
Yeah, so which is the bridge as well.
Yeah.
That the professor draws on the wall.
yeah,
She's there.
yeah.
Not the bridge.
They don't
the
show
bridge,
us.
The
So that's
wormhole.
why I'm wondering how does Maxime communicate with, where is Maxime? Is it I know that Maxime is in Vecna's mind for sure, but she's not in the mind same as Holly is.
No, exactly. She's not. No.
So this is where I'm like, what is Maxime doing actually?
There.
Where is she hiding? Because we know that her body is still in the normal, not outside of the upside down, because her body is there. Meanwhile, Holly's body is not. Holly's body is in the upside
That's
down.
why I'm like, she's gonna be another of the wizards.
So I think that what we see with Maxime is just her consciousness being trapped
Yeah.
within Vecna.
Yeah, it's definitely a consciousness being trapped because she's trying to escape it, and she's trying to escape it just as you wake up from a dream.
Yeah.
But sometimes for some reason, she couldn't do it. The
That
fact
that
she
scene,
didn't
sorry,
escape
that
before
scene made me
music.
laugh a little. They could have done it a
me
bit
too.
better. I'm like,
Me too.
really? She doesn't get out because the music ends?
Because
The
the music
cassette
stops.
ends? Come on.
Or is it the hand? Is it the connection
It just-
with
yeah.
with him?
I was
You know what I
like,
mean?
you
It's
could
just
have
like-
done that better, but whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely, no. There's definitely a lot of things that we need to see still coming. There's still the whole, what is Robin gonna do? What is Steve gonna do?
Yeah.
Are they gonna survive? What about Jonathan? Like, what about Nancy?
My
She
God,
gonna take the
Jonathan
last
is
bullet and throw it?
such. I dislike that character so much.
I like
he's
him with his
such-
brother, but at the same time, yeah, I do
Oh my
dislike the
God.
character.
I don't know. He's boring.
It's
Do
not
you
even
really think this is the right time to fucking propose?
Oh my goodness.
Man, the whole world is on fire.
My God.
I think he has a. I think he's very. He has a vision that is very closed because he just sees his family basically and his immediate closest people.
Yeah.
Which is Nancy, which is his brother, which is his mother. He worries a lot about his mother. He worries a lot about Nancy. He worries a lot about Will, but at the same time, there's nothing else that he does.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's going to step up now, and I wonder how many things he's going to do. These silly little things that they put together between Steve and him as well wasn't the right moment. I'm sure the kids are like drowning in the end of the word. I don't think they're worrying about Nancy. So you know what I mean? So yeah, there was a couple of things that could have been a little bit better narrated.
Yes.
The thing I will not change are delightful Derek and
Oh
Erica.
my God.
Definitely.
Honestly,
Delightful
Derek
Derek.
that is doing the
When
Zen
he was
session.
watching kids.
I swear to God, he made me die.
He was
And remember,
the
you're
best.
not dipshit Derek. I'm delightful Derek.
I loved him.
honestly died.
That is a very good character, and it makes me believe how good of a mum she actually is, Joyce, and she doesn't understand because she was the one that actually spoke him down, you know, and she makes him trust her.
No,
He's
but
always
that honestly,
zombie
that actor,
boy.
it made me die. When he's doing the Zen session and he's like, my mom does it when the drug, whatever is
When
finished.
she's taking Xanax.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
Beautiful,
loved
beautiful.
that was beautiful.
He's one of the smart kids, you can tell, which is very good of the fact. Like, he has this animosity with Holly for some reason, but he's one
he's
of
a
the smart
bully,
kids.
he's a bully.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's a bully.
Okay, we are very close to hitting like 45
Yapping,
minutes of
yeah.
blabbing. So, shall we do like a rapid fire? I ask you questions and you answer.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Biggest surprise.
For me, it was Will.
Will.
Yeah, Will, definitely Will.
Yeah, definitely will.
Will. Funniest scene. That one, Derek.
The life of Derek.
No, apart from the Life with Derek, for me was the Nancy's mother with the wine, drunk as a skunk, trying to defend
no,
her.
I
The
think
first time that you see a Demogorgon, what you do, just crack the bottle of
Just
wine
cracked the
and
bottle
just.
and like the real Texan came out and she was like, you know
It
what?
was, yeah.
For me, the
She
Zen
really said, I got a
session.
gun, a shovel.
The Zen session with Derek is yeah.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
that's
a
very
yeah.
funny.
That
And
was
also
hilarious.
Erika saying to Dina, I told you you had to eat your
Eat your pie.
Damn pie. That was
And
beautiful.
you should have eaten your damn pie.
That
should
was
have, yeah,
beautiful.
exactly. You should have eaten your damn pie.
Erika's always been such a viper as
Erika's
well. I
amazing.
cannot wait for her. Yeah, I cannot wait for her to actually be angry
She's so
at
smart.
this entity.
Yeah, I love the women power like of this this TV
It's a very
show.
balanced series.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's there's some physical strength with 11. There is some intelligence. There is some strategy. There is some fun. Like you have every kind of woman represented. There's not like
Yeah,
one.
you've given-
You have Nancy, which is
Yeah.
very girlish. You know, like you have all of
Yeah, of
them.
course.
Robin is
But
very.
then she can shoot.
Yeah, exactly. You have tomboy Robin, which is, you know, the opposite of Nancy. Like, you have everyone. Anyway, next question. Most emotional scene?
So I started crying when Hopper looked at Jane and he said, "I love you," and he was going inside the vault to blow himself up.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely started crying at that point. I said, "Not again. Good Lord, I beg you." Like, genuinely, not again. But then I think that my most emotional scene, it was genuinely when I saw Will's face. Like, when the camera pans out and turns to Will, in that second, when you actually see him, like, raising his hands, the only thing that came out of my mouth was, "Oh my God!" There was genuinely nothing else. I was straight up screaming because it was very emotional. And the whole discussion that he does, like, not discussion, the whole thing that he hears about Robin, and when the music stops and then you just see his eyes and then Robin starts speaking, I was like, God, that scene is beautiful. And it's like the reverb going on, and it's just it gives you, like, I literally got goosebumps just thinking about it. I think
to
the
me,
most
thing that
emotional
moved
one was
me
that.
was the video when he was a kid,
Yeah.
while you had Robin then speaking in the background and hold
Yeah.
the speech that she gave him. And that's when you realize it's not just, oh, I'm saving somebody that I love. It's just like, I'm accepting who I am. This is my
Yeah.
destiny.
I'm saving
It had
myself
nothing to
as
do with
well.
anybody else present in there, because he ends up saving everybody. It was
Yeah.
more about, this is who I am, this is what I'm here for, and I'm accepting this. I'm accepting all the weirdness, the weird shaky things that I feel every
I'm
time.
accepting all of the pain that I went through to actually save my friend and do something about it. I'm not a victim. You know, I'm that kind of mentality. I'm not a victim. I'm a fighter. I can be still here. I can still do something. And then in the meantime, of course, he's discovering, there's the parallel of himself discovering
Yeah.
what is going on, which is not fed through your mouth, the fact that he's like queer or anything like that. It's just a good appreciation of someone that can be themselves.
Yeah.
Because he feels safe, because he knows his mom will accept him anyway, and you know, like, you know, of course you will accept it. Your son is a magician. You don't care that he's queer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, Karen
like-
Wheeler's scene was it made me cry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, she's drunk as fuck, but still, she will put her life, to
3
save.
tequilas down and everyone is
protect her
lashing
daughter,
people.
yeah.
And when I saw Nancy's face and 11, when they get into the house and they see her in blood on the floor, I was like, I literally put my hands on my face and I was like, please, no, like, why?
Yeah,
Because
same.
I thought she was dead. And that really, and then there is a parallel with Joyce also doing the same, she's putting
Yeah.
herself between the Demogorgon and Will and the kids.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's these
The difference-
mothers, like stepping
Yeah,
up.
no, there's a lot of motherly love, but at the same time, there's always been a lot of motherly love in Stranger Things. But at the same time, there's like Joyce is so tired.
Yeah.
Like Joyce is so tired of this.
I
thing,
actually love that
just
Karen
channeling through Will.
has more of a central role in this one.
Yeah.
Because Karen
Yeah.
is a victim of her times. She's someone smart, she's someone beautiful that chose, as many women did at the time, the easiest way. And she's
Yeah.
encouraging her daughter not to do the same. So, yeah, that was great for me. What is something that you would like to change, like that you didn't like too much, like you would, that you would change? I'll start because I have something in mind.
Okay.
I didn't like Murray's role in here. Like I love Murray. So I wanted him used more. Like he's doing the smuggler. So I see him like 2 seconds every episodes, and he's saying a list of things and still making me die laughing. But like I wanted to see a lot more of him and more involved in everything than he
He had
is.
such a bigger role in the other
Yeah,
season
exactly.
that it feels like he's restricted
Yeah,
immediately.
and I miss not having him with Joyce and Hopper a bit, because they literally I think they have no scenes together at all actually here.
No, at the moment, no.
Yeah, so that I didn't. I missed a
But
bit.
I think it's gonna evolve a little bit more. I think this is
Yeah.
just the beginning because he's already involved more when he's trying to help them. So I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
Yeah, we
more
we
is
already
coming.
we still have probably 7 hours to watch.
Yeah,
Like we probably have about 7 hours of content to watch.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but yeah. The only thing that I would like to change specifically is well, it's not something that you need to change from Stranger Things. It's a perception of the people that is watching it. That apparently Will and Mike are gonna be the end game, which is ridiculous.
What?
Yeah. There's a whole thing. There's like Bylers is going to be the end game, and it's just like, as much as I would love the love
What do you
story
mean?
in
Like
general.
that they are together?
Yeah. There's
No
always
chance
been this
in
thing. 'Cause-
hell.
no, of course, that's the whole point. Because it's like they've been keeping up the narrative of the fact that Mike is completely enamored with 11.
Yeah, and
like,
now
why
with
would
their
they do that at
powers,
the
and then
end?
he gets in love
Yeah,
with the guy
exactly.
with the powers after 3 seconds. Are you mad?
Nah.
No.
No, exactly. That's the whole point. But I would love to change the perception, like people's perception, that there is anything that is going to happen. Especially because Stranger Things has never been centered around them love stories in
Yeah,
general.
but also it is.
Like, they-
Listen, friendship is a form of love. I love Feds.
Yeah, of course. So that's the whole point. And people cannot
Also,
distinguish in between
it's a pure
friend
form of
and,
love. Like
actual
Mike
love.
actually encouraged
You
Will.
call it perception.
No, but
I
there
call
was,
it
like-
delusion.
Yeah, exactly.
There was that scene that he looked at him. He looked at him when he had the powers, and then everybody from Twitter.
Yeah, but fine.
from
Will is in love
TikTok
with
came out.
Mike.
Yeah, no. The Mike was looking
No,
at
Mike
Will.
was like looking
the
at his
holy-
best
He was
friend.
just looking in
He was
wonder.
proud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was proud. That was the
He
whole
was proud
thing.
of his
Like,
best
he looked
friend,
at him.
just like I'm proud of Feds every day. You know.
Yeah, he looked at him and he said, like, you could tell that he was proud of him, and that's all it
Yeah.
was. And I don't understand
Yeah.
why people need to see this
No,
much
no way.
things in it, you know. So a perception of people, I would change.
Yeah.
That's what I would change.
Yeah.
What about you, Feds?
I will just change the dynamic that you have between Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan. I feel that that's a waste of scenes.
Yeah.
There's no need,
Yeah.
because we all know that Jonathan knows that he's not the right guy for Nancy.
Yeah, also,
He knows it. He made peace with it. He made peace with it like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Anything that is less scenes with Jonathan, I'm with you, Feds.
And so there's no need to, but I think it does feeds into the insecurity that Jonathan has as a man. He's always been insecure because he always thinks that he doesn't deserve the love that Nancy has for him or anything. So it's just always trying to one up him, but it's all in his head. But the fact that the things in his head make space in the in the TV show, for me, is just too much.
I actually
don't
love
need it.
Nancy here. That she's like, no
Yeah.
bullshit, shut up, like, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the world is ending. I don't need you
Yeah,
guys to fight over me.
you know.
exactly.
And I
I
love
that.
the joke that Robin does. I don't know what's about you that wakes up the Neanderthal that is in them.
Neanderthal, yeah,
That I love it.
literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 quick, super quick, and then we end. Questions on the future. Do you think anyone will die?
Yes,
Who?
Yeah,
Steve.
Feds?
yeah,
You think?
yeah. I think they're gonna kill Steve.
You think? I think Dustin. Yeah.
No.
No,
Yeah. No.
no.
but I think
Why do you have
Dustin-
to put these thoughts in my head?
No, there's a little scene where Mike is saying, like, he's talking to Elle, and he says at the end of all of these fights the heroes get together and they just start again into another place in
Yeah.
another city. So I don't
I
think
see
any of
him
the main
and Eddie,
character
you
is
know?
going to die. Yeah, I don't think that any of the main character is going to die. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that definitely someone like Steve wouldn't make it. But at the same time,
I fear
a
for
season
Hopper
of a
as well.
Season of a season, we have expressed our need to not see Steve die.
But you know what? Actually, that phrase.
Russo's brothers, I even
Listen
met
to
you,
me,
please.
that phrase that you just quoted from Mike is the reason why I doubted. I was almost sure that Dustin would die, and then I was like, no, it's either 11 or Mike. Because there are only 2 reasons why. Because I studied script writing a bit, so I'm thinking there are only 2 reasons why you put that in a script. You either want to end it that way, so we will see them going to live in another place happily ever after, or one of the 2 dies, but the other goes in the other city and move on with their life because they promised each other that when they were together.
I don't want to think about that now.
No, I think there's going to be too much unresolved grief because the half of the season they haven't even spoken to him and they don't know what's going on because he's lying to them because he's not saying that he's got beaten up by people. He's not telling them that he has issues in fitting in and there's grieving. So I think there's going to be a need for a bigger conversation before you can actually close down the chapter and be like, okay, we can kill him off now.
Because you're mentioning that, it might be pivotal in something bad happening, in the sense, you know how Vecna is all about kids and how weak they are.
Yeah.
He might be using that weakness that he has to cause problems
100%.
Yeah,
to lead to the biggest fight
a bit.
that then will bring them all together. But that biggest fight and the lead up to it, it'll probably die. Somebody will die.
Yeah.
Somebody of the, like, either Hopper or Steve. To me, those
fucking
two.
kill Hopper again. I cried already once. Come on. Yeah.
Once.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Last question. What do you want to see?
I want to see the workout routine that Vecna did to snatch their that waist from one season to the other, please.
I love the fact that he comes back just like a Decepticon. He's completely renewed.
Yeah.
What I want to see is the Three Musketeers. Like, I want to see the fight. I want to see how they choose to divide their powers. So I want to see who's doing what, who is physical fighting, who is mentally fighting, who is emotionally fighting. If Maxine is going to do something in his head, and if anybody else, like if Erika is going to throw him a shoe, you know what I just want to see how they will come together.
I want to understand what is feeding those poor kids. Like, I want to understand why does it need children? Why does it need that? I just want to see it.
He says that at some point. He says that there's like, the children are so easily breakable.
I feel there's something bigger. I feel he's trapped in there as well.
Yeah.
So I think he wants to.
I have to say one thing. The dialogues are not that clear in this season.
Well, I don't think they want to be.
Because even when Vecna explains to Will these things about the kids, I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense. Like, I was there and I was like, what are you talking about? There's
probably a plot twist to it. There's probably a plot twist to it, and the wormhole is probably where the kids are kept.
Yeah, the wormhole obviously has a meaning. Marco was like, no, he's just doing his science lesson. I'm like, nothing is in the script that doesn't need to be there.
No.
Honestly,
There is a reason. It's probably where Maxine is with Holly or something.
Yeah, that's why it shows Will making it.
So at some point they will close it, and I think that's the bridge that they need to close.
Yeah. I want to see them all fight together, but all of them.
I think
like a more epic scene than the 5th season is almost near to impossible. On the 4th season, sorry. But I would like to see.
Well, we already saw one in the 5th season.
No.
More epic than the
For
other
me,
one.
the 4th season.
Well, it was longer. The sequence was longer.
The fight.
So
no,
I think
it's just I like more the team, the squad feeling, like that we're doing this together than one person doing it. So I always like more all of them rather than just 11 or just Will or just whatever. So I would like to see them all together.
Team effort.
Yes. But also you reminded me something when I asked the question, what would you like to change? Something you didn't like. I forgot the actual one thing that I hated, which is the new bloody design of Vecna. What the fuck is wrong with them? It's basically Ultron from Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
God's
Snatched
sake.
waist, long nails.
It's literally Ultron from Age of Ultron. I'm like, what is wrong with them? It was so great before.
Yeah, I think they're focusing a lot on the fact that he's lost a good amount of visceral matter on his own, basically. So he needs to be like reinforced.
Whatever. It was better before.
It was, but at the same time, it's going to be even worse to break him. So
anyway,
they can't shoot him anymore.
Anyway,
yeah,
that is true. Maybe. Anyway, this was great. 1 hour.
1 hour and 03.
And we will see you all next week, I believe.
Yeah.
Where we can maybe talk more about Stranger Things.
About Stranger Things Part 2.
No, Stranger Things Part 2, there will be...
No, our podcast is Stranger Things Part 2.
Basically.
So
we could do, because actually we have a lot more to discuss. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to be discussed, and then possibly we'll see the end of this deal. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. And thank you very much for coming with us to this week. And we got all of our socials on a nice Instagram page that I uploaded today with the grace of God. And you can find the link tree, and you can find us on YouTube, and you can find us on Instagram. You can find us everywhere. You can find us in our house. Please don't follow us.
No.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and have a good night.
Bye.